Alright, so YouTube chip in. Alright, TikTok, big up on yourself, me there. Me get a notification on TikTok, but a YouTube me thing there. See what going over here up on YouTube. I big up on yourself, people. I want to say on free. Yes, me free. Set me free. And that then say, yes, me free. Alright then. Ask any YouTuber, any TikToker, any one of them and say, yo. Say to them, yo, you're free, don't? You understand? I make them tell you, yes, I lie them, I tell them. Lie, I tell you if a thing say, yo, you can't say any and everything. You can't say every anything. You see me I say? My earlier. What go on my earlier? Yo, Nubian Queen, link me up Nubian Queen. Link me up Nubian Queen. People may have a co-host tonight, you know. Nubian Queen. She have me thing tonight. We're go there and do a thing, don't? Nubian Queen. And people not pre on me looking right now. Just a come from work, you see me? Nubian Queen, send on the request. Yeah. If you think say you're free, whether you're Jamaican, European, American, if you think say you're free, go on social media, go say what you want to say. Speak openly on social media and see if you not get banned immediately. Whether it be on TikTok. As a matter of fact, I think say TikTok have the range where you can talk certain things. You see me? You can't say it on YouTube, certainly not. There's no freedom nowhere. Remember me tell you that. The only freedom you have is Coca-Cola or Pepsi. That's the only freedom you have. And both made by the same company. Make me rant a little bit. Nubian Queen, go and listen, baby. Go and listen. Until me talk me things them before me bring you in. Because right now, tonight, me go talk it, you know. And I don't want to get in no trouble, Nubian Queen. My black princess. But me tell you people, if you think say you're free, if you think say you have choice nowadays is just an illusion. Remember me tell you, election is just an illusion. I don't care where you come from, especially in the first world country them. American election is just an illusion. No care where you vote for. At the same party. Remember me tell you. Whether you're right wing, left wing, or just even Jamaica. The party them change, but everything remain the same. Remember me tell you, the opposition, when the opposition lose, them tell you, yo, vote for me, we do this, we do that. And when them going, them not do nothing. You don't see them again until 4 or 5 years. In America, you vote at the same thing. The war continue. Vroom. You have a place in the Middle East where all politicians in America, whether Democrat or Republican, all of them bow down to the people there, that little country there in the Middle East. If me call that country now, they might flag my YouTube channel. If me call that country in a derogative way, them flag the channel. But yet still me free. Me not free. You understand what I say? There's no such thing as freedom of speech. There's permitted speech. Permitted speech. You must go along with the narrative. If you not go along with the narrative, then find a way if it ban you, suspend you. Forget them talking heads on the news if you talk negative about you lose your job. You don't believe me? Remember what day when a big thing come out for your shoulder? You can't say nothing about it. Me about 5-6 videos on YouTube, just throw it away. Yes, me did it on YouTube them time there. 2 years ago, yes. If the government deem you bad, okay. Today, I can be a regular citizen. Right now, I'm a regular citizen. Pay me tax. Although a tax man after me, but you don't know what thing said. We there, so we pay your tax, nothing now go on, everything all right. Tomorrow, I can say something on YouTube where the government say, yo, them not like that. And by the time the end of the week, you hear say me a P. Me a this file. You understand? Me a the P file thing. You see me I say? Then just come up with things and them not have to prove it. The burden of proof is on you, who the accuser. You see me I say? You don't have the money to go against them. You can't go against the system. Before you know it, the news media, the social media, everybody I say, yo, Michael do that, Michael do this, and you can't defend yourself. You cannot go on the radio station and say, yo, you try to defend yourself. Because what? The radio station don't want to hear you. Because the bigger heads will own the entire thing. I say, yo, this narrative I must go out. This narrative said, yo, this guy is guilty. And guess what? If me carry it to court and win, that would be like 3 years from now. Guess what? The same media will bash me. Them nah put it up say, yo, you know that brother they find innocent. He was innocent all along. And no, they on to the next story. And you can't do nothing about it. So I don't hear nobody tell me about freedom. Oh, me free. No. You have the freedom to buy Coca-Cola or Pepsi, Burger King or McDonald's, KFC or Popeyes. That's the only freedom you have. Right now over here in Holland, them a destroy the cow, them a destroy the farm. The small farmers, them, yeah. All of them gone through the window. 70% of them must go away. That's what the government say. The government said that. You can destroy your farmers. That don't make sense. Why? Because they must go in a supermarket. If you're hungry, go in that supermarket over there, so. You must not plant your own food. Don't dig a hole in the ground and collect your own rainwater. No. In Wisconsin, in America, it is illegal to store your own rainwater because it belongs to the government. That's what them say. But you're free. Free to do what? Anybody upon this planet Earth now, civilian, who claim to say them free, them not think for themselves. If you say, yo, I am 100% free, you're stupid and dumb. You are a buffoon. If you had said that 6 years ago, them would have sympathized with you. I would say, yo, maybe you don't know better. You understand? Maybe you don't know better. But after that COVID nonsense, if you say you're free, you're stupid. Remember me tell you that. The government can, at any time, shut down this. You can go, I don't care if you have 2 million, 3 million, 4 million euro, 4 million pound. The government can say, yo, you only can get 50 pound, 50 euro per week. And your money. If you're in England now, try to take 10,000 from your bank account. You have to have paperwork. You have to tell them, you cannot say, yo, I want to buy this car. Then say, no. You have to go to the owner of the car. You have to come with some this, that, and the third. Pure paperwork to get your own money. It's your money, you know, but you cannot take it from the bank. Oh, you're free. How is that freedom? That's not freedom. You know what? I'm calm because yo, me can go years just talking this guy. You see, the older you get, the more you start to see certain things. That's why I talk so big and bold enough, because I realize, yo, it's not that serious. Things what would like get me angry in the past, not get me angry anymore. Because I realize that's just the media want you rile you up. So you get angry and you miss the bigger picture. You understand? They keep you right here on the ground arguing with each other while the bigger picture just carry on. You remember Obama? I'm old enough. That's why when people telling me now about this guy in the office now in America, the president now, tell me, yo, he's the worst. Me look upon them crazy. And I say, really? You forget this man when they call him Bush? The media now don't like that man in America, but the media, it was a complete 180, 2004 to 2008. The media loved that guy, Bush, but everybody else on the planet couldn't stand Bush. You understand? That's the truth. They couldn't wait till Bush go out of power. Well, I said this brother, we wonder if he could read. We always say this guy illiterate. We say, how you win power? It just, from that time till now, for that the first time my eyes open, I say, yo, the selection thing is a fraud. It just don't make sense. How you become president? And so I start look deeper. Them time I was in my early 20s. So I start looking and say, something wrong. Something wrong somewhere. Cannot just go along with what the government tell you. It just don't make sense. And then the whole planning out, the whole America jump up for Obama. What did Obama do? What did Obama campaign about? Yo, I will shut down Guantanamo Bay. It's still open. I will stop the war. Him increase the war. Him not stop none. Him add on to it. You understand? Add on to it. And when him leave, everybody talk about this orange man. You ever stop to consider? Every presidency, it's just like at the same talking point. I wonder, but me hear this man, me no hear this. Obama deport more people than Trump ever did. Maybe this time Trump might surpass him. But the first term, Obama was known as the deportee and chief. I just saw things said. But the media just, you're not free people. Sorry for that long tirade, but you're not free. You're not free. And if I say you're free, you're just total buffoon. I'm sorry if I say that, but I don't care. Yeah. If in 2025 you're not real after this COVID thing, if you're not say but wait. Something just not right somewhere. Something not right somewhere. That's all I'm asking. Just something not right somewhere. If the government know, I charge you more for say nutritious food like pork. Although a lot of eat pork, but say pork and beef and chicken, free range. Something actually eat grass. You can't spend your money on that now because it's too expensive. The government will tell you, say you have to go in a supermarket, go buy the one we're making a pharmacy. Which is a complete turnaround. The government should be fighting the pharmacy. The government should be on your side and tell everybody, say, yo, group, I just nonsense. You understand? It's just not normal. No, reconnecting successfully. All right, Nubian Queen, what go on with you? What go on with the lady? Black Queen, Black Princess. You understand? Mother of the Earth, isn't it?
Sorry about that. I didn't know you get me up on the stage and I didn't mute my mic, so sorry about all that background noise. I wasn't looking at my phone.
Yo, me sorry for the for the long rant to make up on, isn't it?
No. Everything you said, brother, everything is so true. I think now the masses are beginning to wake up to the fact that the food chain's being poisoned, which has been poisoned for more than 20 years.
Long time.
Some people are waking up thinking, these foods, when I eat them, I'm getting all kinds of pains and aches in my body when I eat certain foods, and when I stop eating one type of food, the pains go. So I think people are starting to wake up to exactly what you've just been saying. Everything. The politicians are bought, they're puppets. They just have a mandate to follow when they get in. There's higher strings that pull them. And, like we said, the food, people are not free. You can't even look at this example. You can only say certain words.
Exactly.
Which is ridiculous. Because if you go into a mainstream platform like National Radio, LBC or something like that, they will use words that we have to be disguising. It's ridiculous. There is no freedom of speech. That went a long time ago, and they're slowly stripping away everybody's civil rights globally.
Everything. And just to because now we're talking, I remember certain things that the food is being poisoned. I had this female, right? Every morning she would get this coffee bean. Yeah? The coffee bean and put it in the little machine and it would grind it down. Yeah? And she would drink it. And I said to her, I held on to the coffee one morning, the beans, and said, this is not coffee beans. It has no smell. I don't know what is this, but it's not coffee bean. Because I'm from Jamaica. I know coffee bean, isn't it? I know the smell. But she was always sick. She would go to the hospital and doctor every 3-4 months. And you understand? And you know what happened? The coffee bean machine break down one day. She break down, and so she stopped drinking it and move on to something. And she her body heal up. She stopped getting sick. I'm like, and she herself, she had to say, from the coffee machine breakdown, I don't feel this pain anymore. And I say, you see, it's like a eureka. It's like a ding. The light go over her head, and she said,
That machine breaking down was her savior.
Yes. Gosh, years now.
But for real, yeah.
I tell you, I don't know. It's like I always say yes, and I will forever say it. I think this generation of men, anybody know over the age of 30, we are the last generation. Everybody else that follows now, there may be one and two, or maybe, as I said, the society, their eyes have been opened now, but hopefully it's not too late. You see, because a lot of people just don't see the truth. They just don't want to, they cannot believe the government will do this to them. Or the people think now that the man in America, the prime minister here and your prime minister, that they are the real guys with power. I say, you must be crazy. If you think the prime minister is the supreme leader, the guy with the final say, you are not normal. You understand? You must look and say, oh, how some people... Yeah, it's not normal.
No, I mean, you're right. It's not them. It's not the politics. What people don't... And if you don't understand tricks, as I call them, right? You will not understand that these people are elected by the people who are the power. The people of any land. If you have a government, and most places have a government worldwide, apart from the communist countries where you don't have too much say. But let's just stick to the West, where we are in the Western society. You know, we're the ones that put them as elected officials to represent us into a position of power. But the power still does and always will lie in the Constitution with the people of the Constitution. Right?
Exactly.
It just gets deeper than that because, you know, all of us are into, you know, some sort of bondage here right now. And if you don't start filling in the paperwork you need to do, you will not get your money that the government is managing on your behalf. You will not get your freedom because they will continue to float you on the stock exchange and tell you, we've made this new law, and half of the stuff they say are law don't really apply to us, but we don't know this, so we follow their rules. But we have to understand the way that system works. When you understand what it works, what they've done to trick us into subservient behavior, then you can start coming at them with the right paperwork, get yourself out of the system or deregister yourself from the system, and then go on about your merry way. People are not supposed to struggle and go to work. The system's not broke. They like to pretend there's no money in the pension pot. There's no money over here for the national health. It's falling to pieces. Rubbish. They're printing money all day long. What do you mean you've got no money?
Exactly. They can just walk into the wherever and just print some money. So why is it? They talk about inflation.
They took the gold and silver, which is the real money.
Exactly.
Thing that we used. They took it away and gave us this paper monopoly money that is backed by nothing. It means nothing. It has no value. That's the main bit to start at. Just look at your £20 or whatever you got in your £10, whatever the money is over there where you are. It's worth nothing. And if you look at certain notes, it is written on there that these are promissory notes.
Yeah, in America it's promissory note, isn't it?
Promissory note is you're supposed to take that to the bank, the piece of paper, which is a receipt in another way, right? Another printed receipt, and say, right, give me my 20 gold and silver coins.
Yeah, you cannot get that anymore.
But they've tricked us. So until you understand what you have to do in the system, people will continue to suffer to try and pay bills and pull their hair out over council tax. I've never paid my council tax in this country, and I never will. I'm not going to pay it. There's loads of people stopping paying it now, but I've never paid it. I'm not paying it. They know where I live, so they can come for me. But they don't come. I've never paid it.
Yeah,
these things are a choice, but they don't tell you they're a choice. They don't tell you your mortgage that you're paying for over 25 years. They don't tell you they've already had your money for your mortgage 40 days after you signed that illegal contract. They had the money 40 days later. Then they're making you pay it back over 25 years. I think it's 35 in America, a mortgage. And then they're charging you interest on top of it when they've already dipped into your trust fund and taken the money. This is a real joke thing, honestly.
And let me tell you how my eyes even been opened more further since the last year. In the over here in Holland, the government come in and say, me as a contractor, yeah, a little subcontractor, me. They're saying, yo, not only because of taxes, yeah, they're telling me I have to like close down. A lot of contractors, not like myself, the smaller guys, they close us down this year. And when some companies come for us and say, "Yo, okay, you're no longer a contractor. We will hire you. We will give you a contract. You're not subcontractor anymore. You will work for us. Sign on the dotted line, and we pay you this wage every month." You understand? And the talking point is, well, if you're a subcontractor, you don't pay into the pension fund. That's the thing, you don't pay any pension fund. But if you sign with us, then, yeah, we pay a pension for you, but you get dramatically less than you would get if you are a subcontractor. And my point is, so this pension fund that you are talking about, what about my colleagues now who are going on pension? Are they happy? No, they're not happy. Because when they sign the pension fund, say in the 80s, and they say, hey, you will be getting, say, €1,500 or €200 per month, 2,000 per month. They will be like, yo, it sounds a lot. But no, the €2,000 can't do nothing. You see me? That's right. So, and they are not happy, and even it cut down. Some of them getting 800. It's like, yo, so you telling me I should sign into that? So the next 20 years when I should retire, who tell them my pension fund will be there? Because in America, it's already gone. A lot of people here now in Holland still have to go back to work because the pension is just not there. It's not enough. You see me? But I can look down the road and see it and say, yo, if I continue on this path, this is where I will end up. Because there will be no money for me 20 years from now. It's just getting worse.
Then what are you supposed to live on when you've got past to a certain age and the employers are like, oh no, okay. Most employers in you don't answer your age. They can, but it's kind of impolite now to ask your age, so they don't really answer your age. But nevertheless, once you go for an interview, whether you go in person or you do a virtual interview, they can see you, so they can roughly work out how old you are, right?
Yeah.
So when they decide they don't want to hire you because you're too old or whatever, which, there's laws to protect against that, but let's just say they get away with it. Where does that leave you to live for the next of your, if you retire at 65, 67 is a new UK, and you might live to 80 something. I know women live a bit longer than men, so we'll just go with the average of, say, 79, 80. And if you live past these years, where are you supposed to get the money from?
I don't know.
Off your pension, if they're turning around saying, but you've been paid into the system for 40 years while you've been working, so where's the money? That money's been paid out to other people that retired before you. Yeah, we get it. But then where is the money that we have got, that other people who are new workers, new people coming to work, paying their contributions? What are you doing with their contributions when I retire? That's the whole thing.
I tell you, it's like a big Ponzi scheme.
Oh, it is. That's exactly what it is. He said Ponzi. Oh my God, you hit it on the head.
And to tell people just can't. And you know what? People look at me like I'm stupid. I'm like, no, it's just you just don't see it.
You're just at a different level, brother. When it comes to things like this, you can only speak to people who've got an open mind to think, hold on, let me stop and listen to what he's got to say, because some things didn't make sense to me, but I didn't understand how comes. Or you stick with people that are on the same knowledge level as yourself or higher, because people will think you're mad.
Of course, I give you a story. I give you a story. In 20, and I hate to go back to politics, but it's so obvious. In 2016, 17, 18, I was saying to ex-girlfriend of mine, I said, yo, this she even have my child, she's my baby mother, and she was like, Trump, this Russia collusion. And I said, listen, if there was really electronic evidence that Russia put Trump in, they would let us see it already. It's just a farce. They're just keeping us occupied with this nonsense. And she just don't believe, and she black man. We don't even speak up to this day. And she just hate Obama, because I tell her, listen, Obama was just put there because Obama did nothing for black people. And she just hate me. She hate Trump. She love Obama. And she blocked me. And then you know what? You know what I saw? At Jimmy Carter's funeral. You know who was talking in the background, loving and talking and laughing? Trump and Obama. They're laughing in the background. They're laughing and talking. You see a video of them.
Understand how deep
Yeah,
this
they're
is.
friends. And then I look and I say, look at
People,
my, look at
these people
my.
go to each other's houses for dinner. They
Yeah,
have dinner parties in
of
each other's houses.
course.
All of those politicians, they are very,
And,
very tightly knit. Remember, Trump belongs to a different fraction
yeah,
of the. I think he's part of the Skull and Bones
skull and
faction.
bones. Yeah.
He's just part of a different fraction of the. Yeah, I won't say the word. I don't know if it's going to flag the Nazi people. You know, the Nazi people,
Yeah.
the one eye.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I know all
he's a
them.
different fraction.
Man,
The reason that when Trump was first in power, the reason they didn't come after him, or even before he got in power the first time, Trump has got a whole army behind him. So even though he's part of that group of people, the secret society people, the elite that run the
the
country,
Illuminati them.
they couldn't come after him because they will take people out. Yeah, they will take them out, but they couldn't take him out. That's why he's allowed to say and do what and get away with what he does because they have to, even though they don't like what he does because he's a different faction, he's not really following the rules that they want everybody else to follow. They can't come after because there will be a war with Trump. He has got a lot of people behind him, literally an army. A lot of people don't know this, but it's facts.
And I tell you, I'm like, yo, how can black people be angry with another fraction of black people because they don't like this politician? I'm like, yo, the two politicians are friends. When they see each other, they laughing and talking. But you out here being angry with me? I just cannot understand that, isn't it? Up till today, I cannot understand. I can never be angry at somebody for their politics, opinion, you understand, or affiliation. I just, no. It's just weird. And that's why I go hard on black woman sometimes. I know I go hard or I overdo it, but in the white society, you rarely see that. You understand? A white couple will talk about it in public or wherever, and then they go home and sleep together. You very rarely you see the anger about that. Shit.
Not really though, because I've got a lot of whitey friends, and I'm telling you, when this COVID came out, C19, sorry, let me just change the word, F1. When this C19 came out, when there's big political things going on, I have seen entire families, whitey families,
Yeah.
not talking to each other because of politics.
Yeah?
So I don't know, it might just be the circle you're in, but trust me, this is not completely true. They get into arguments and start talking to each other, block each other.
Yeah.
Brothers and sisters, mothers and daughters.
Whoa.
In the whitey communities, it's not really like that, to tell you the truth.
Oh, well, see? I stand corrected.
Well,
For real.
I'm just telling you what I
Yeah, if you correct me,
Trust me, I've seen
you correct me.
newspapers where people have made comments and said, "Oh, my brother's not talking to me because they don't agree with the Labour Party again, or they vote Conservative now, or they're not talking at all. The two families haven't talked for 2-3 years." This is a big thing with some people
Yeah?
because it's not really a colour thing; it's a mindset. It's a mindset thing, and people's minds are set in certain ways, and they do not want to listen to anybody else's view or have an open mind to think another side of the coin. They're just going to stay in their ignorance and in their little bubble, and they will cut you off, just like you said your friend did, right?
Yeah.
You want to hear your opposing views. It didn't suit her narrative and her thing. Rather than just say, well, let's agree to disagree, she chose to just go to the extreme and say, well, I'm blocking you know. But you don't learn and evolve as a human, as a being, really. If you take that thing, you will stay unelevated in your mindset and spiritually.
You see? You just tell me you know some white folks who do that. I never know I don't know about that. But you tell me. And I'm like, okay, I stand corrected. It's not that serious if somebody can correct you. You see me? It's just like, why you get...
Some people, but they have a closed mind. So if your mind is closed, you're not going to be open to hear anything other than the indoctrination you've engulfed yourself in. You know.
Yeah, and it's...
Lady once, and she was, it wasn't on the platform, it was on Twitter and X, and she was a very devout Christian, but my posts are about a lot of spirituality, so she started following my account, and then she direct DM'd me and asked me about the spirituality, and she said, look, I'm a devout Christian, but I am still open to learn more about spirituality, because in our church they don't talk about that. They just talk about And I had to fill the word in for her. The rituals that they do in the church,
Yeah.
right? Because they are rituals.
Of course it
So
is.
then she said to me, look, could you give me some more information? So I sent her some links about it. I said, look, before I teach you about spirituality, you can go learn that yourself, but I can give you some guidance. But what I would say to you, go and ask your pastor or your deacon or whatever the person, the head of your church is, these 3 questions. I gave her 3 questions to go. And I said, come back and text me and tell me what your deacon says about these 3 questions. She asked him. A week later, she got back to me on a DM. She said, he wouldn't answer any of those 3 questions. He just kept changing the subject and asked me if I'd read some Psalms and some part of the Bible, nothing to do with questions. And I said, well, there you go. But, this is the point. The people, these mega churches, these people are going to courses to learn to become a speaker. This is a job in the mega churches,
Yeah.
right? These people are taking courses, getting certificates to say they're a public speaker for the church, and then they go ahead and they get pulled into a congregation that already is a mega church, and they get introduced to the congregation, and they get a platform to start speaking and gaining followers and devoted followers who are just basically sort of brainwashed, because life now is so difficult. Even though we've got a lot of technology and things are easier than they were back in whatever year and stuff like that, the people don't have a lot of hope in their heart. And the way they're having to live their life, a lot of people are walking around in anxiety and depression. So some people will say, well, let me just go over here to the church, even if I wasn't, or they're calling themselves born-again Christians, because that gives them something to cling on to, where there's a community of people that are suffering together, effectively, but they feel that they have a common faith. And it just distracts them from their early life. Because if you think some church people, that they're now taking pots in there of rice and peas, they're bringing dinners, they're spending hours in the church on a Sunday, and sometimes Friday and Saturday. It's a whole day thing.
If I may ask, what was the 3 question you send that female to ask to the pastor?
The pastor, the deacon, and whoever else.
Yeah.
I asked her to go and ask the pastor or whoever, why is it in the BK community we serve and look at and have idol images of a deity that looks nothing like us? So why is it, if you go into most BK people's house, you're going to find some sort of picture up there of the effeminate Jesus? I'm saying it, he's effeminate, that picture, who wasn't even the Jesus they think he was, because that picture was commissioned by the I think it was the emperor at the time, and he got his cousin to paint that picture that we see of Jesus with the blonde hair.
Yeah, Michelangelo, yeah.
Michelangelo, right.
Yeah.
He got his cousin to do that picture, right?
That's
so
open, yeah.
Why is it the Buddhist God looks like him? Why is it the Indian people's God, Shiva, looks like them? Does it not say in your scriptures that God made his man in his own image? So why is their image looking like them? And ours has got blonde hair and blue eyes, but we have melanated skin and dark brown eyes. So where is that correlating? That was one of the questions. Well, she asked him that one first, I think, and she told me that he just spun on her. He just got really annoyed in the face and just said, why are you asking me these questions? And I said, look, when he asked you why you're asking that question, just say, well, I'm one of your parishioners. If you're the leader of this congregation, I should be able to ask you anything about my faith. And you, as the leader of the congregation, should be able to answer, no? But he didn't answer. So that was just one of the questions. I think the other one was... because their argument, not this particular lady, but a Jehovah's Witness person came and disturbed me one time in my lunch break. And she sat next to me and I was about to eat my sandwich and started asking me if I go to church. So with this one now, I did ask her the same sort of 3 questions, and the same one I just told you, the same question there about the deity not looking like us. Yeah. And then I asked her, well, she couldn't answer that question. So her supervisor, because these Jehovah's Witnesses, they're sent out to recruit people, right? Yeah. Just like the NOI and just like the Muslim Brothers, they send people out to recruit more followers. So when she couldn't answer the question, she said, oh, I'm going to ask my supervisor that question. So she asked the supervisor. The supervisor had the cheek to ask me, well, why does colour matter? And I thought, you're a real house one. You're a real house Negro, honestly. I just looked, I didn't say it to her, but I just looked and I thought that's what I was thinking in my brain. I thought she carries on with this stupidness. I will tell her she's a house one,
Me a
right?
house
Because I'm the
nigga.
field one. I'm the one out in the field.
Yeah,
So when I go and use that
you the
N-word,
Malcolm
she's like,
X.
right. So when her supervisors asked me, well, why does it matter about the color? I said, well, here's what I got for you. When you go and speak to the people that push Christianity onto the African in the 3rd century or whenever it was 3rd or 4th century, because we were spiritual people. We did
After
not
the
follow
Nicene
religion.
Council who
Right, that's the
created
Council of
Jesus
Nicaea.
in the
Right,
3rd
right,
century.
right. Council of Nicaea. I go and ask those people who you have in your congregation, when it stops mattering to them who stole the African spirituality story and created the Jesus story, that's where it comes from for all religions. And Christianity is one of the oldest ones after the Orthodox Christianity. And then you have Judaism, and then you have the Muslim faith, which is the third oldest, but Christianity is the oldest one. Go and ask them when it stopped matters to them about the color, and they stopped giving us an idol to look at who looks nothing like us. Then it will stop mattering to me. You know, the two of them just walked off and left me to eat my sandwich in peace, which I was quite relieved about, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, those are the. I tell you, there's no devil like a black devil. Muhammad said that, isn't me? And I have to no, not Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad said that, isn't me? There's no devil like a black devil, isn't me?
Sick massa? We sick massa?
Yeah, and listen. When even back during the 60s, the 50s, 60s, and 70s, coming up during the civil rights in America, when the whites couldn't stand against the blacks, they go for a black man to challenge. Because most of Malcolm X's debates, he debated against a black man with a white man moderated. It's like, yo, isn't it? Another black man calling Malcolm X extremist. I'm like, yo, you really in the 60s, late 50s?
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, it's like, yo, really? Isn't it?
Brother,
Just
let me tell you something, yeah? Not on the Facebook account I have now, because I've had 3 Facebook accounts that have got up to their maximum. You know, you can only have like 15,000 followers. So I had three Facebook accounts, and they're all up to the maximum. So one of the first Facebook accounts that I had, right? One of the brothers that used to follow me there in Facebook, he actually DM'd me, right? And said to me, I love your content that you post, this, that, and the other. So I thought, oh God, here we go. I hope it's not a chat up line, you know, because I just kind of cut that off. But he said, you know, you're putting up a lot of stuff about the Black Panthers, or the BK Panthers, sorry. And I said, yeah. So he said, well, I used to be one of the original BK Panthers, right?
yeah.
So I asked him, well, what happened to them? How did they get disbanded like that? He said, you know what? It was all going good for a very, very long time. But then what happened? They started, the Black BK brothers started dating whitey women and started telling the whitey girlfriends what we were planning to do.
Yeah.
It got back to the mainstream,
Exactly.
and everything was infiltrated that way. And then some of the BK brothers started getting hooked on the stuff.
Drugs,
You know,
yeah.
I want
Crack.
your life. Right. Yeah, but be careful. I don't know if you can say. I don't know if that's TikTok friend being downloaded. Be careful.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So there's probably a word for it, but anyway, the DRUG.
Yeah.
So that's what broke them down. That's how they ended up getting disbanded. But it really started with the fact that these BK men it wasn't that they were dating the whitey woman. That wasn't an issue with anybody.
The pillar
It was the
talk.
fact they were talking about the plans, the covert plans, and these whitey women were taking it back because they were just sent as honey traps. You know what honey trap is, right?
Of course I do.
Yeah, there you go.
And there's nothing more comforting to a black man than the bosom of a white woman, I tell you.
Yeah, well, that's right. It's really
To some
bad,
black
but this is
guys.
what's happening.
Not all, isn't it?
No, not all.
But-
But we don't even need them to put us back in, because a lot of us are already in mental slavery with the religion and all the rest of it, and
Exactly.
the self-hate, and then we have our own people, the house one, that's doing the detriment for the whitey man. We don't need they're now the overseers as usual. Before we had the Irish people overseeing us when we was in chains, and these whitey people were actually indentured servants that they had as overseers for us. But they were also at one time the Slavs, because the word slaves comes from the word Slavic, and that's the Slavic people from the Baltic regions. They are and were the original slaves, not us. Even though they did what we
You saw
wanted.
this movie, Sinners?
Sinners. Is that old? It sounds like an old movie.
Oh, I'm
Tell me what
disappointed
it
in
was
you.
about.
I'm disappointed in you now.
No, 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 no. I might have seen it, but that word sounds like an old
No, it's not
film. If
old.
you tell me
No.
what it was about, I might remember.
No, come on. Come on. You hit
Is
the
it on
nail on the
Netflix?
head when it said the Irish. Sinners, it came out this year. Came out in
On
February,
Netflix?
March.
Okay.
You see me? March. It's Michael B. Jordan, yeah?
Okay, right.
And
I
the
don't think I've
guy, the
watched it.
guy Michael Kugler, I think his name, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, you have to see it. I will not spoil it for you.
I'll
But
go and watch it.
but the antagonist, you will think it's a vampire movie, but it's not. It's some vampirism inside it. But the main vampire, the main antagonist, was Irish, and it's some slave and something. And but yo, you hit the nail on the head. The original vampire was Irish. You see me?
Have
For
you
real.
seen all those ones like what is those ones something light with the vampires? Twilight.
You that clown show 10 years ago,
Slightly
10,
faded
15 years ago,
version of
yeah?
vampires.
That,
Well, you know, with their translucent skin and all the rest of it.
yeah, they glisten in the sunlight, you understand?
Yeah, because they have no melanin, so they have to glisten. But that's what that's about.
You,
Because I love watching some of these films just to decode all the stuff that's in there. Because now I look at movies a completely different way. For the last 20 years since I've learned all this knowledge, I look
yeah.
at movies in a different way. I don't look at them as entertainment like I used to. I'm in there decoding what's going on, especially with the sci-fi films where they're showing you all the technology that they have already and they haven't given us the toys yet.
Exactly. Is there any way back for us black people, you think?
Only if we unify. We first have to declutter our mind, unlearn what we learn who we are, first and foremost. So everybody needs to trace themselves back to their tribe. Even if you can't, because some of the records are going to disappear. Some people can trace. I know some people on TikTok and in other podcasters that I've been in, Clubhouse, Stereo, they've traced themselves back to maybe four, 8 or 9 generations back, and then the records are not there. Even if you can't trace yourself back to an African tribe, you should just pick one that you think resonates with their customs and culture, resonates with you, and assign yourself to that tribe, because they took all of that away from us. So until black people have to firstly declutter their mind with everything that they've been told, and it starts with the history, because that's why they took our history, our names, our identities away, so that we could be lost. That's the first part of, in my opinion, of unraveling and getting yourself back and finding yourself, is to find your historical links, who you are as a person, who your family was as a person. And then, like I said, pick a tribe, because without a group of tribes to make a nation, if we had our own nation of unified BK people, we could buy a politician, because they're all bought. They
Yeah.
campaign, and the campaigns have to be funded by somebody, right?
Yeah.
Because they can't do it on their own. They get anonymous donors, or they get ones that openly say, well, I'm funding, who's campaign, Trump or whoever else, Obama's campaign. They all get funding. So in other words, they're bought. That's where it starts from. That's how you begin to get into politics. So once we get ourselves into who we are as a nation, come together as one group of BK people, then we can go into politics, because we're not going to get nothing changed from us staying here at the bottom. You have to be in that arena, because that's where everything happens. And people that don't like politics, I didn't like politics. I used to think they were really boring. And then my dad told me at age 11, listen, I know you think it's boring what I'm teaching you, but you better learn this, because when you get older and start working, everything you do as an adult is going to revolve around some sort of political scheme, right? And it's going to affect your everyday life. And trust me, after that, my ears started pricking up because my dad taught me a lot, much more than my dad. My mum taught me business because she's more of a business person with money and business opportunity. She's got a head for that. But my dad has got the head for everything else that goes around in the world. My mum's still saying to me the other day, "Oh, we got everything to thank the whitey man for." And I said, "That mum, look, listen, you stopped going to school when you were 10, so I understand your lack of education.
Yeah.
I had the German education, but now I have learnt as much as I need to learn, and I'm still learning as much as I can about our own BK history that they've stripped from us and didn't teach us. Everything we have designed, we designed it first. Every single thing. Everything you use, the iron, the phone, the traffic lights, the blood bank, everything was designed by BK people first. And these people just looked at the patents, because BK people did patent their work to protect it
Yeah.
back in the days, centuries ago. And they just improved on things. They got us thinking Thomas Jefferson, or Edison, I'm sorry, invented the light bulb. No, he didn't. The filament that lights the light bulb and makes it work was invented by a BK man. They're not going to tell us these things. We got to go find out for ourselves. Their time's nearly up, these people anyway, so whatever they do, but their time is nearly up. And they know this because they are not reproducing like we are in the same numbers globally.
I understand
They're
that.
going into extinction, and this is why you see like you've seen a lot of these celebrities that don't have children. All of a sudden, they're adopting BK children from Africa and taking them on as their own with their thing because they know their bloodline and their surname is going to disappear off the planet of the earth. So they want somebody to carry on their bloodline, even if it happens to be a BK child. They don't care about that. What they care about and what they know about is that our melanin is the strongest thing on the planet. This melanin of ours is stopping this planet flying off its axle into the universe, into the cosmos.
Did you know, talking about kids, the royal family over there, yeah? This what's her name? This miracle. She's not the first black one who got married, You understand? About 80 years ago. You understand? About 80 years ago, there was a black woman, and then that's how they keep the bloodline, or else they would fall off.
Listen, I think it was Queen Victoria, Victoria's grandmother.
Of course, black.
She actually married into the what do they call those people? They used to call them little imps. Not imps. They used to call the
Anglo-Saxon
tribe. She married into that tribe, so that they could get the riches that the African people had.
Of course.
We have got black BK nobility across the whole of this planet because we was here first. They came and stole everything, but now it is coming to light that everything could see, because we're in the age of Aquarius, astrologically wise. We're now in the age of Aquarius, which is the age of enlightenment and awakening. This is why you've seen so many people, they're having their awakening and they're spiritually waking up and stuff. When you have a spiritual awakening run through your body, you will know, because it's like having a tremor, a very heavy tremor run through your body from head to toe. And that is the information and the downloads we're getting from our ancestors. When you become spiritually awakened, your spiritual eye, which is your first eye, the one in the middle of your forehead, that they like to close off with all this baptism rubbish, right? I didn't get, I think I did get baptized, but I've opened my eye. But, I didn't baptize any of my children because I knew what it meant by then. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that. The two other eyes are just windows, but the spiritual eye is the one that we really see at. Because if you understand understand how our brains work, your conscious mind goes to sleep for 8 or 10 hours a day, or however long you lie down for, right? But your subconscious never sleeps. It's never asleep. And this is the area that advertisers target when they want to send subliminals to get you and reprogram you or get you to repeat certain actions they want. I used to work in advertising, so I know this is true. I used to work for, the baby powder, Johnson & Johnson, and the baked beans, Heinz.
Yeah.
I used to work for the company that did their advertising for them, right? And when they were going out to get tenders for new work and stuff, all the patterns that me and the graphics team had to design, they had little subliminals in them. Because I asked one of the graphic designers, why is that figure over there I got to put that funny figure in. That doesn't look part of the picture. And the man explained it to me. He said, oh, it's a subliminal. But I knew what a subliminal was, so he didn't have to break it down too much. So I'm coming with the receipts when I say that, for real.
And the Disney movies don't talk about them and subliminals.
Don't talk about that. It's a P.
Yeah.
That word P.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all over there. Isn't
Did you
it?
see the original Wizard of Oz film? The 1942 version, the black and white one?
No, I've never seen it in its entirety.
Okay. Well, when you get well, you don't need to watch all of it. There's a segment in there that you should watch if you understand about how to break these movies down. Now, there is a bit in there when they're going down the yellow brick road. I don't know. Do you understand all the symbolism in the Wizard of Oz movie?
No, break
Maybe
it
you
down,
watched
please.
one.
Break it
Yeah,
down.
even if which one did you watch? Did you watch the one with Dorothy with the actress that passed away? What was her name? Judy Garland.
Judy Garland, yeah.
Is that the one? Right, you watched that though. Is that the one you watched?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We can work with that one. The black and white one has something else in it, but they took it out in the Technicolor one that they made with Judy Garland. This right. So, in the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy's wearing these red shoes, right? That she clicks to return back to Kansas eventually, right? So those red slippers, do you know what they represent?
No, please tell me.
The red slippers represent the rubies that they stole from Africa.
Oh.
The yellow brick road, have a guess at what that represents.
The gold they stole?
The gold.
Mm.
When I'll tell you about the characters last because that one is kind of deep because like Jesus, I would never think that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Dorothy and all of them apart from the Tin Man, I think they came across a field of poppies, and what happened to them?
Tell
They
me.
fell asleep.
Yeah.
Remember? They fell asleep in the field. They were trying to get to the Wizard of Oz. They had to run through this field full of poppies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they just started feeling tired, and they all fell to sleep apart from the Tin Man. He did not fall asleep. The poppies didn't affect you. Guess what do you think the poppies represent?
Tell me.
It represents B. I'm just going to say that word. You know the B? You over there in Amsterdam, you should know about the B.
Okay, go ahead.
The H.
Yeah.
The brown.
Mm-hmm.
You got it now? What
Yeah.
I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So they fall asleep because that's what the H or the B makes you do when you take that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then the Tin Man, I think it was, because he was the only one that was awake, right?
Mm-hmm.
He started calling for the good witch Glenda to come and help them. And when he called for Glenda came and she saw that the lion, the straw man, or was it the straw man that fell asleep? One of them didn't fall asleep anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
She came and she saw that they were all sleeping. So what she did, she waved her wand and all the poppies turned to white snow.
Say then so.
Right? They all fell to snow. And what happens? All of them wake up all of a sudden, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why they woke up?
No, tell me.
I gotta be careful what I say. So we were talking about the B, the H,
Mm-hmm.
that makes you fall to sleep when you take it. What is the other one that keeps you up?
Yeah, the snowfall. Snow.
Right. So that's representing that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it shows you everything that the government's doing in this film because we all know that they bring in this stuff to countries. We don't
Yeah.
have no planes and no aeroplane in charge of no ports. This stuff is getting in like that. We know what's going on, right? So then they get to, so then they keep going on. And then before they get to the wizard, because that's the main bits, right? That is the main bits. The characters. So you got the straw man
Mm-hmm.
who wants to have a brain because he's stupid.
Yeah.
Right? He has no brain, so he wants to go to the wizard and get himself a brain. You have the Tin Man who has no heart,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have the lion
No
who
courage.
has no courage. He's a coward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these things, what they represent, putting Dorothy out, because Dorothy's significance is really just the ruby slippers, right? So the straw man is, let me go with the lion. No, I'm going to do the lion last. So the Tin Man stands for tax identification number, which is what they have in America for their taxing system. We call it the national insurance number over here in the UK. Theirs is called the TIN. That's what that represents. That's what the Tin Man represents. Then you have the straw man. The straw man is your birth certificate
Oh.
that they have you representing when it's a fictional person that's not really around, not really alive, and they got you standing under it and representing that. That's why they can put all these acts and ordinances on top of people, and people, because people don't know, they think they have to comply because they think it's law, but it isn't. And this is where they make your birth certificate trust from your birth certificate. Right?
Okay.
And then the last person is the lion. And the lion is us in the movie that they are laughing at, these elite people who have filled the people around the globe with the birth certificate, the trickery that they've done, right? By using the law of the sea on the land. And the lion is us because they're looking at us thinking, we hoodwinked you, you haven't worked it out, and some of you that have worked it out are a bunch of cowards because you're not going to do nothing about changing the system. That's the film in a nutshell. When they get to the wizard's palace, they see that they go in to go and visit the wizard. He lets them in. And, okay, sorry, I missed a bit out. There's these little munchkin people that was running down the yellow brick road and dancing with Dorothy, right? Remember the little midget people? They got to play that part?
Yeah.
The little munchkins, right? The munchkins people are really the Twa people. It's a tribe. These are the people that I believe built the pyramids, right? They're the ones that are supposed to have built the pyramids. Or you can put it another way, they were also the tribe of people that when the whitey European got to Ireland, he found it was inhabited by very small, 4'6", 4'7", small people. There was a tribe living in Ireland already. And these people are what the whitey European Irish people call the leprechauns. That's why you see leprechauns are little midgets in movies, right?
Yeah.
That is representing who the European found when they got to Ireland. They're like, gosh, there's people living here already, right? And you can go look this up on Lord Lancelot's website. He's on TikTok, Lord Lancelot. Check his account. He's doing the stuff to go to our UK Parliament at the moment to trace back all our BK nobilities across the kingdoms, across all of the kingdoms, whether you're in America, no matter what part of the globe. The brother's done the work. He's a researcher. And he's doing a petition right now to go in. He's already been in our parliament and had this thing. He just needs some more signatures, and then he will be presenting this to thing. And he's saying to our UK parliament, forget about reparations. You owe us much more than that. You owe us our sovereignty. All the crowns and the crests belong to us, BK people, and you're going to pay us. This brother's on it. So follow his account, right? I'll put it in the chat for you.
I will.
But he comes on, he hosts every day. Because he's teaching people about this stuff. He's written a book. I'm going to buy his book tomorrow. His second book is going to be out soon. And the second book has all the pictures of the coat of arms when we had BK nobility across the UK, in America and everything, and shows how these people stole everything. They're going to have to give it back. It's called the Jubilee year. That we've got this small window to be claiming our stuff back from them.
Okay.
And then when they get to the wizard, they go into the room. There's this great big giant green head with a lot of thunder clapping in the background and a curtain. And that's who they think is this almighty wizard. They come to the wizard to ask for their things. Dorothy wants to go back home. The lion doesn't want to be a coward. The Tin Man wants to have a heart. And the straw man wants to be a real man or whatever, right? That's the bit there. And they're talking, but Dorothy had that little dog, Tonto or whatever, right?
Yeah,
and Tonto ran off and pulled the curtains back. And who is behind the curtains pulling all the levers?
The wizard.
The little wizard man. It's not about who he is, it's what he represents. He represents the system that we're under. And that's the film broken down for you.
Oh, I never look at it like that, isn't it? I have to... Yeah. Is the black and white version still around?
If you want to have the Matrix, you know the Matrix, the original Matrix film?
Yeah.
If you want to know how to decode that, I've got a DVD. I can put it up on my Google Drive and send you a link via email for you to download that video and watch how that. I watched that years ago.
I would
But
appreciate it.
these films, you can get them thing. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I recommend that you follow a person called Dr. Rev. He's a doctor because he's got a PhD. Rev. His name's Phil Valentine. Follow him.
Yeah.
Bobby Hemmett. Have you heard of Bobby Hemmett? If you're into metaphysics like I am,
No.
Bobby Hemmett. Yeah, Bobby Hemmett will break everything down for you. Follow these two people. Look them up on YouTube. Those two people.
I will. The black and white movie, Wizard of Oz. Is it still available?
I've watched that one, so let me tell you what happens in that. Like I said, you don't. I'm gonna send you.
Yeah.
I can't send links on this. Are you on another platform? Because on this TikTok, you can hardly message anything. Are you on IG or Facebook or something?
Yeah,
Just
I'm
send me
on
your
both.
profile link.
I will send you.
Okay,
I will
cool.
send it to you.
Okay, cool. You can connect with me on both of the platforms, but on Facebook, I don't. I took Messenger off my phone because I'm getting too many silly messages, so I took it off. But on IG, that one, I can send you the link for all the YouTube videos to watch.
Yeah.
When you watch the black and white version, I think it came out in 1942 or 1943 of The Wizard of Oz, right? Inside of that, there is a section. They're walking down. They're in the woods. They're in the woods. So they've gone past the Yellow Brick Road. They've gone into the woods. They've gone into the Wicked Witch's kingdom. And there's this bit where they're all scared and they're walking down and they're all holding hands like they've got their arms cuffed around each other, walking down this woods in the chain, and a chain like four of them. And there's a part where you will hear them saying, "Lions, tigers and bears, oh no." This is all of them are singing this song because they're all scared as they're walking through the woods. They're looking at the lions, tigers and bears, right?
Yeah.
There's a bit there where you have to look very carefully, but you will see it, right? I'll send you the YouTube video where they circle it. There's a bit there in the tree where they've got one of the people hanging. And this is a BK person.
Oh.
It's a little midget. And this is your friend, Mr. Walt. Because he was like that. He was an out and out racist and he was a P.
Yeah.
But you won't see it in the version me and you have just spoken about because they took it out. Let's look at the old one, which is still up there on YouTube. But I'll send you the link where they circle the part that you need to see. So you don't have to watch the whole movie. Do you know what I mean? But a lot of stuff is in the movies, and people had better stop taking this as entertainment and learn what is going on. Because if you look at the technology we have, we think is up there. The government is 25 to 30 years in front of us.
Of course.
Technology. And we get the toys when they've gone on to bigger and better things. Throw the toys out and let us play with them. Just like if you watched the old Star Trek that came out in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Captain Kirk used to say, "Beat me up, Scotty," with this device in his hand, right?
Yeah.
That device, when you think about it, it was basically the baby Ericsson phone, which this came out in the 70s. I grew up watching Star Trek, the original one. And Captain Kirk would say, "Beam me up, Scotty."
Yeah.
And he had this device that he just flip open. Okay, so 20 years later, what did we get? We got the baby Ericsson phone, which was the first flip phone. I just showed you how far in front in technology they are. Again, with the technology. In the late 80s, they gave us the Wii phone. They gave us the Nintendo Wii, to get us used to the phones that we're using now. We had the push-button phones, remember? Before we had these, we had the old brick phone. Then they made them a bit smaller, but they still had buttons on them. They didn't have all this swipe left, swipe right, swipe up. That technology, they had to introduce it to us first. So what they did is they gave us the Nintendo Wii, even though everybody didn't go out and buy a Nintendo Wii, because that device was aimed at the females in the market, because the men had their PlayStation, had their Xbox, had their Dreamcast. So they tried to market it as if it was just really aimed at the females. And women did go out and buy the Wii more than the men did. The sales were more from women than men. But the point was, they were trying to get us used to the interface of the Wii so that we would get used to the smartphones that were going to dump on us. So now you can't get a push-button phone. You can get a few that are like that with no internet and stuff. But because they were moving the technology on, they didn't want us to get stuck and not be able to communicate. So they gave us this interface where you're using the Wii, the Nintendo Wii had a one and you could play certain games. But basically you were swiping up, down, left, right. It was getting you used to the interface. And we got the Wii, we got the push-button phones after the Wii came out. The smartphones came out after the Wii came out.
No, you have me thinking, even you broaden my way of thinking, isn't it? I never know it runs so deep. I thought I was
Off you go.
awake, isn't it? But I will send you
No, I'm
on my IG, isn't it? Jeffrey.
yeah, do that. That definitely.
Jeffrey, my guy, isn't it? Definitely have to have you on back again. I enjoy this conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, you got a couple of people down there in the audience. So greetings, Fresh Boy. Greetings, Nurse.
Yeah. Big up everybody who tune in, isn't it? And with my
feel free to drop a comment if you want to talk about something that we're on the same sort of topic. We're talking about whether people are really free, really and truly free in today's society.
and I know we are not, isn't
Have
it?
any civil rights, or is it just an illusion?
It
All
is.
of that.
Yeah.
And please tap the screen for the host as well.
Who is there?
Yeah.
Jeffrey. Where is my art, Jeffrey? I wonder if he's still there.
And the heart me.
Yeah.
Send you some presents.
And tap the screen, Jeffrey. What happened? Invitation sent. Maybe he's at work.
There we go.
Yeah, I respect
Is that
that.
work?
Yeah, maybe Jeffrey's at work. He's an intelligent guy also, no, Jeffrey. Is he, man?
Okay, maybe you could come up a bit later or something.
Yeah. And I must say, with those, I have been on some TikTok channel, and they're up 5-6 hours. I'm like, hell no. After 1 hour, I'm like, is it me?
Yeah, I have to wonder, some of these people that I see that are on TikTok for 12, 13 hours. I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm like, yo.
it's like we've been doing do these people work, or are they using TikTok to make money? Because the way this platform want to drain out people's energy and take 45% of people's earnings on here,
Yeah.
right? For you not to get anything, they want us to constantly gift. The gifts where you lot would get anything useful money are the big gifts that are like the gun and the lion and big things like that, right? So that means the people that are following your content has to spend a lot of money. Stereo was like that as well. When Stereo first came out, I went onto Stereo and the app had only been out 3 months. I never even heard of Stereo. I was on Twitter doing my stuff over there. And my friend on Twitter, we have a BK Twitter community back then. Some of these guys have left Twitter now, but then they've gone on to Discord. They're on their private servers doing that and they're making their money. But he sent me a link saying, oh, Nubian Queen, I want you to go. I had never podcasted before in my life. I first started podcasting on Stereo and then I moved to Clubhouse. But when I was on Stereo, these people, it was like, if you stayed on for 24 hours or 48 hours, I think it was 48, you had to do over 100 plus hours, they will give you 100 grand. If you stayed online all night, all day, for 2 days talking, then you could win the prize. One guy won it, and I swear to God, he was ill for weeks after that because he came off the platform, and then when he came back, people were like, where you been? We've been looking for you to, join your podcast. He said, listen, that thing I did, even though I won all that money, I was sick for about a week and a half. I had no energy. I had a horrible headache that just wouldn't go away for a week and a bit. He was ill.
He spent how much hours straight?
48 hours straight without coming off the app. He did not sleep. He ate and drank while he was there. He probably took his phone into the toilet and all the rest of it. 48 hours straight. And because they had these league boards. So the biggest prize, 100,000 that they would pay you if you did 48 hours. And then the second prize was if you did 100 hours. You had to do a lot of hours. Well, 48 hours, it was probably more than that. The second prize was less. But you had to do 48 hours straight without coming off the app. Even if people were in your room, you just had to stay there talking.
Where's that app now? It's broken down?
It's still there. Stereo's still there. Stereo is an app made by people in the UK. The people that founded Stereo live in Kent, or their head office is in Kent. But you just type in, you look like an iPhone person.
Yeah.
You got iPhone?
Yeah.
I thought so. There you go. I don't even know you, but I just looked at it. I'm like, he's iPhone. But I'm Android, sorry. You iPhone people are snobs, bunch of snobs.
For real.
Anyway, on your iPhone platform, on your iPhone platform, if you just go to the Play Store, the Apple Store, and type in the word stereo, it'll come up. Install the app, register with your email address or your phone number, whatever one you want to register with. And the difference with stereo compared to this platform is that when you want to host, you can send out notifications in advance. You might be able to do it on here, I don't know, because you need to ask the other brothers. Chiston? He teaches people how to use TikTok really well. I'll connect with that brother. He'll tell you. You can send out an advance notice, like next week at 8 o'clock I'm hosting, and then send out invites to them the same sort of way as this one. The difference with stereo is that you can record your film, you can record your podcast, and you can download it to your phone to keep for yourself afterwards.
Oh. Okay.
And with stereo, people put comments just like they do in the chats here and just like Clubhouse. And what they do is you read them out, and then if you want to let that person up on the stage, you can. You can block. Same sort of features. You can block people. I mean, stereo and Clubhouse, they were both dating apps when they were first made, and then they went on to different things. But they were originally created as dating apps. So there is a lot of hookup culture over there, if that's what you're on an app for. I'm not personally, but some people are on there for that. So if you go over there and you get people coming after you, women, men, because the women ain't got no shame over there neither. They're like a man, they're coming after them, it's straight up like that. Don't be surprised, because that's what they were originally when they were created.
I have to go over there, isn't it?
Run, go. Run over there and get your white woman, go on. You find plenty over there. Some of them would even fly over to where you are for a weekend.
As they should. As they should. What is your okay, I will send you my Instagram, yeah?
Yeah, just DM me on
I will DM you my Instagram, and I need all the videos. I need the Matrix Decoded and the Wizard of Oz, yeah?
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz link, I'll send it to you after we finish podcast. That's a quick thing. With the decoding DVD, I've got the DVD, so I have to go find it and then upload it. It's an actual DVD. I've got to find it. I've got to go and find one of my old computers that has a DVD drive in it, because they don't make them with drives anymore. And then I'll upload it to my Google Drive, and then you send me your email address and I'll send you the link so you can access the drive and download that video. I've got loads of videos I need to actually put up there, but because I've got them on DVDs and I've backed them up on a hard drive, I haven't upload them to storage and stuff like that. I try not to put too much on these people's drives, because they do have access to what you're storing. So just
of course, there's no freedom. If you think you own Netflix, you're crazy. You just say, all right.
If you're on the internet, they know what you're doing. The only way not to keep under these people's radar is to not be on the internet. From you're on the internet, you're part of the hive.
Exactly.
It's just that.
You have to just know to get around it. Okay, Miss Nubian Queen. We will stay in contact, and thank you for this conversation. And this is the first of many, yeah?
Yeah, no problem. What I would say, once you do the stereo account, let me know when you've done the stereo account. Then I'll send you my profile. We connect over there. We can host over there as well, because it will push some channel to your YouTube channel for you. And also make a Clubhouse account.
Okay,
I'll DM you the words, but look up Clubhouse, install that one, and I'm over there as well. And then we can also host on that platform. So if you get fed up with some of these TikTokers, you can go on to platforms.
I get it.
One, right? And I'll follow your YouTube thing. I'll grab some content from your YouTube.
Please.
Posts, and I'll put them up.
Please resend this video to your friends and colleagues. Yeah. This YouTube, the YouTube video. Huh?
Can this be recorded? This one that you just done?
Yeah, it's on. It's already. The minute I hang up now, it's within 1 minute. It's on my YouTube channel. It goes directly there.
Oh, great. Okay, I got you. Okay.
Have you seen my YouTube channel? You click on it already, yeah? You saw it?
Yeah, I've got to go back and finish all the videos. I did about 10 or 15 likes for you the same day you gave me the link. I did it straight away, but I'll go back and...
Yeah, after I hang up now, wait a minute. Go over there, you will see it upload immediately, yeah?
Cool, will do.
Yeah, and on the live stream.
Yeah, I'll go and look.
All right. Big up and love, eh?
Okay, stay safe now.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, TikTok. Salute to Nubian Queen. I like conversation like this. I like think. Of course. You have to think sometime. Just sit down, relax, and say, oh, just say to yourself, we are all effed. Of course. And the worst thing, you cannot explain it to a lot of people. They think you're crazy. You're like, yo, some people get us angry, but yeah, it is what it is. Knows that. Big up to everybody who passed through, you see me? Go over there on the YouTube, the Naked Truth Podcast, you see me? That Naked Truth Podcast. Just scroll down, you will see me. Me and my beautiful Jamaican face. Not care what nobody say. You see me? Big up on yourself. Off TikTok. Boom. And live. Alright, YouTube. Nobody not even comment over here saying, oh, now move to YouTube. Think me dash you know? No. Big up on yourself, YouTube. Till tomorrow.